Hey everybody, I have a video here for you today. Now I'm working on a few videos, but this one I just put together some clips about 3 or 4 weeks ago when I was at the Las Vegas Natural History Museum. And they have a display, a King Tut Tomb display, on one of only 2 authorized by the Egyptian Antiquities Council. And this used to be at the Luxor Hotel. I remember peeking at it maybe 15, 16, 17 years ago. But I was in the Natural History Museum about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I tried to record some clips, and there was a lot of people in here, and there was kids in here, and there was a little yelling and screaming going on from the little kids, and it was just tough to record a total video. And so I just took a few pics. Some of the recordings didn't turn out. Some of the recordings I did in slow motion, and those certainly did not turn out. So it was kind of a lesson in futility there for a while there, but I did record enough clips to put together a video. I wasn't even sure if I was going to upload this, but then I recorded some stuff this morning just to add to the video, some stuff that I wanted to talk about where the videos didn't quite turn out, or where I didn't record anything because of noise, or productions, videos that were playing at the museum. But I certainly enjoyed my afternoon, my hour here, or whatever I spent here. But this is the Las Vegas Natural History Museum here. We're going down on Google Earth.
Hey everybody, what you're seeing right there is an old Mormon fort. This is just north of downtown here, but what we're going to go see today in the Las Vegas Natural History Museum, which is right up here, is the King Tut display. One of only a couple authorized reproductions of what was found in King Tut's tomb. So why don't we head on in and see what we can see. Well, this certainly looks interesting. Let's go take a look. Gates of heaven here. Here's some hieroglyphs and the sounds that they make, and there are a few things that I want to point out here. There's 4 different birds up here: vulture, A, the owl, the M sound, the chicks down here, the V and the W sound. But there are a few things I want to point out here. Now at Abydos in the Temple of Seti, there are some hieroglyphs that people think are depictions of ancient high technology such as airplanes and submarines, but those are kind of glyphs that have 2 glyphs superimposed on each other. That glyph right there, the B hieroglyph, that's actually an arm with a hand. That's one of the glyphs that's superimposed over. And also this one, that's a hand, the D sound, and that has some glyphs imposed over it, and it looks like a submarine, but those are easily explained. Some are easy to remember. The lasso is the O sound. The L, lion. And guess what? This hieroglyph didn't exist until about 2,400 years ago when the Greeks took over. They put the L hieroglyph in the Egyptian alphabet. The L, the lion, could be seen in all their cartouches when they tried to flip the history. But the L hieroglyph did not exist before 2,400 BC. Now here's what they call Shabtis, or Shawabtis is the proper name. But they were made out of various materials, calcite, limestone, and then colored. Those leopard skins were worn by priests. That kind of signified who they were. And here is an oil vase made out of a single block of alabaster. Now, all this stuff is replicas, but they're done very well. Here is a replica of a boat, and these had symbolic meaning and also practical meaning. Depends what you're viewing here. Looks like it got a Hathor on the back. And then I believe that could be Tut's grandfather, Tutmosis IV, right there. Here is Tut bursting from the primeval lotus flower.
Now, some places were pretty hard to record. They had some videos going, and the kids were being loud, and that was fully to be expected. But I took some video here, but this is off a video clip. This is Tut's throne. This is the sun disk Aten. Who is this right here? This is Tut's wife, Tutankhamun. And the whole worship of Aten started with his father Akhenaten, and then it went on through the Amarna period, and it was changed by some later pharaohs. But here in Tut's reign, right after his father, the worship of Aten was still going on, and I'm sure his name wasn't Tutankhamun until maybe after that changed, maybe a few pharaohs down the line. But I was looking at this chair for quite a while. It had winged serpents on the side and a lot of other really cool symbolism here. And they appeared to each have something, he on his left foot and her on her right foot, that was similar. I think you find some blue serpents in here, and that symbolizes wisdom, if I'm not mistaken. But the lion's paws were the feet of the chair, and here on the armrest, the lions representing power. Now here's a pic I took in the tomb area, and it was really hard recording something down here that was pretty crowded, and that just wasn't working out. But this pic here shows a reconstruction of the sarcophagus, and this was pretty incredible. The only tomb that was undiscovered, found in recent times, and there is proof of that just by what was in here, priceless items. But there was a few strange things about this tomb in the Valley of the Kings. It seemed to be hastily built, but that makes sense because he died a sudden, unexpected death. And some of the glyphs seem to be changed, but that kind of maybe could be expected because his name originally when he was born was not Tutankhamun, it was Tutankhaten, Aten, A-T-E-N, the last four letters, Aten, and that was based on his father, Akhenaten. I think I originally said earlier in this video that his grandfather was Tutmosis IV, but it was actually his great-grandfather. But his father, his last four letters, Akhenaten, was the last four letters of his original name. Now Tut was maybe around 18 when he died, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a little bit older, but I don't think that has really been established as an absolute fact or how he died. But I made a video a couple of years ago on King Tut's tomb where I went over what the things meant in his tomb, and that was really kind of at the beginning of the period where I was starting to learn hieroglyphs and what a lot of the symbols meant, but I will leave a link for that video below. But I really enjoyed looking around here, and trust me, my mind was wandering all over the place at some of this stuff. But here is Anubis perched on the ark, and I believe this was the scene in every pharaoh's tomb, though we can't confirm that. But based on everything that I've read, this is what was seen in every pharaoh's tomb. There's a little pyramidion nearby, had Anubis on this ark, and it said, "The gates of heaven," and on the box coffin of Orion. But now we'll just go back to what I was recording in the museum.
And there you can just see the back of the ark that Anubis is on. Has a jed pillar all over it, and also at the top there you see a rabbit. Why does it have a rabbit? Well, the rabbit is the most common representation of Osiris as far as an animal form. But the cow right there, that represents the goddess Hathor. And there's 4 female guardian gods around this crate here. You see them right there. Pretty cool, huh? Now what's really cool is they have a mummy scan machine here where you can get different scans of an actual mummy down here. Let's just do this once.
That is my visit to the Natural History Museum and the Tut Exhibit. I had a good time looking around at all the stuff, trying to figure out what this stuff meant here. Video coming up on hieroglyphs probably in the near future. I recorded just enough down here to put this video together. Hope you enjoyed it and you all have a very nice day.